Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel Discovering Finance and Markets. Let's get started with today's video. Today I will be covering like the impact of Iran-Israel war on the stock market. As you can see, till Friday or Saturday, everyone was talking about the war and its impact. And as you can see, right, all the news around that has died down. I know first time Iran made an attack on Israel, and then, uh, sorry, other way around. So it was Israel who made a first attack in Lebanon, and then followed by that, Iran fired like 300 rockets on Israel, and immediately following that, there was an um, short muted attack by Israel on Iran. But then all of a sudden, this entire news around the war has died down. So today, I will try to cover most of the stocks that are approaching for the earnings, and now I know the investors are basically trying to understand, right, whether the earnings per share will matter, whether the federal interest rate will matter, or whether the war news will impact. But keep in mind, I have once spoken in my earlier video as well that key thing here is that the market discounts the events very fast. Uh, you have to be very careful, right? Even though there is a correction in the market, but you need to know, right, what exactly is market anxious of. And market doesn't like one thing, and that is uncertainty. And the reason the market went down because market had a lot of uncertainty that market was trying to price in. So beginning like around 2nd of April when the first attack happened and Iran threatened to bomb Israel, there was a lot of uncertainty. So the market sold off. So now let's come back to the point here. Will the market have appetite to keep going down, or it will keep going up? So I will try to cover the broad-based market first, and I always like to cover the ETFs. Like we can talk about the S&P 500 as an index or an ETF. You can see most of the charts are like almost same. So I have this basic chart here of S&P 500. This is one of the stochastic indicators that I use to identify short-term and long-term trends. And then this is a historical volatility chart to try to take a gauge, right, whether where exactly we are compared to the peak volatility, and then try to gain an understanding of here. So as you can see, right, in my previous video, I have told that around the first week of October when this rally started, it was like a one way rally. So there was no substantial correction there. It was not only a long 6 months rally, but we hardly had a correction even on the weekly chart. So today I'm going to focus on long term, not short term, like 3 4 days. So you can see this kind of a one-way rally we did not even see for the entirety of 2021, or we can say from the entirety of 2022. Even the falls were rhythmatic. I mean, the falls were not like one-way fall or one-way rise. So once the pandemic started here, and then Federal Reserve brought down the rates to zero, all we saw was a one-way rally there. But that was because market corrected and there was a lot of money printing. But most of the people were caught off guard with this one-way rally. So then now we need to understand what exactly are the catalysts. So the next important catalyst to get to the point here is that is the inflation data as well as the earnings. So now a market will try to price in the war news. Obviously, you have to be very careful. Any rash news around the war will be sold into. So that's the reason now your next catalyst is the earnings this week. So this week is a crucial for earning. You can see all the Max 7 stock, Alphabet, then Meta, then Apple on 2nd of May, then Google, Amazon, um, and then I think the Nvidia results are very far out. Like they are really far out around 22nd of May or something. In short, all those top five stocks is what market is going to be focused around. So, from the chart, as you can see, right, uh, throughout this overextended run, market kept showing negative divergences, but it took the war news to trigger that divergence. So now you can see on the stochastics, the until these both lines converge, like you can see the blue line almost hitting an oversold level, but the signal line is still trying to match it. So this typically means that we can see some kind of a correction here for one more week. And if Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, if these stocks are unable to show substantial improvement in the result, I mean, if they are not able to show earnings per share growth, then you can accurately say that uh, we will have a correction, because this one way rally has to be priced in. So where exactly is the support for this rally? So the first support for this rally is easily 47.35 here. So this is the key level the market has a support. And as you can see, right, historical volatility has just started to rise, but it has still not crossed like a major mark here. You can see, right, we just got up above the historical low level. So now market is trying to catch up to the old level of volatility, meaning if at all, right? So how you use this indicator, like if at all this volatility reaches around 17 level here that we saw in November, you need to assess your situation. That way maybe it can be one of those bottoms. And one thing that I will simply say is that the biggest threat to this market is currently war only. Otherwise, I don't think any of the news around earnings or anything, they will impact sufficiently. Like they can impact for a week or two, but apart from that, I don't see unless there is a big war event, I don't see a major threat to this rally now. So now, so that's where I assess here. So let's focus on now month, right? So if you can see, right, month also it has created a big divergence here. So if this monthly divergence triggers, then you can expect a fall. You can see even if it is a fall on a monthly candles, the fall is really muted. Like you can see in last summer around July, we had a 3 months of fall, but that got bought into. So usually most of the monthly falls, they are they usually stick to 1 or 2 or at max 3 months, no, not more than that. So this is just the start of 1 month fall, and let's see then what happens. So historical volatility indicator is not useful on monthly chart. It can be useful for day or weekly chart. So you can see on the day, stochastics is kind of signaling a short term bottom here, but it carries no significance. I think the weak one matters. Until the weak converges to the down, we can say that we can see a short term bouncing rallies in the week, but those rallies will get sold in. So wait and watch till 47.50, and then quickly cover triple Qs, that is Nasdaq ETF. So let me open that. Okay, so in case of where are Qs, okay, so Qs also you can see they came down from an extreme top level of 450 down to 418. Same situation, the stochastic is trying to come to the bottom. Historical volatility is halfway as compared to the previous top. So let's see what happens on the daily chart. Same thing. You can see the historical volatility on daily has kind of peaked. So now you can say that you can show a bottom. So you have to be very careful with that. Like I would wait for this result season to cross, and then we can decide what is happening with the cues. So then let's cover quickly some of the important stock. Apple, you can see people basically insiders like are saying that the Apple is people are selling Apple to buy Nvidia. We'll cover Nvidia as well. But this is what is happening with the Apple right now. So Apple, you can say, showed signs of multiple bottoms, but this indicator you have to use carefully. Like it can show short-term bounces, as you can see, but those bounces are getting sold off. And as I said, the prime reason you have to look into is the weekly chart. So until and unless the weekly shows some kind of a bottom or a divergence, I don't see a threat here. So you can see here the weekly has started to show some kind of a divergence, meaning the stock is making new low, indicator is making a new high. So this was one of the crucial support level for Apple. If Apple is unable to hold 165, then you can see, right? I think the next support level for Apple is 130. 130 is where I mean you have to assess, and if there is no war or big negative news or uncertainty, 130 should hold on the chart. And then if we keep going, Apple, then let's open Google. So where is Google? Um, yeah. So Google also same thing, no major correction. Weekly shows the historical volatility is dying down. So it's clearly nothing has impacted the market. So in terms of Google, the war has no impact on Google. Ad spending is happening nicely. Both the more the number of people flock to YouTube to get news, I think that is their bread and butter. So let's see what happens there. Um, and in case of Google, the weekly chart has started to show coming down from bought levels. So let's see how the results are there. So again, wait and watch for the Google result, and then you can pick a direction. So then cover Amazon. So Amazon also same thing, one way kind of a rally, uh, and then historical volatility very low, no war impact here. Started to get down on the stochastic, but again waiting for the results here. And then Netflix is already down, so Netflix market tried to price in, and the results were meeting the expectations, so market went down. So let's wait and watch what is the next catalyst, and then let's cover the joker in the pack, that is Nvidia. So you can see in case of Nvidia what is really happening here. So um, a big drawdown in Nvidia, war news, trying to understand like whether this kind of rally or evaluation can sustain. Someone said that the Nvidia is the top 5 valuation stock in S&P 500. So wait and watch, historical volatility soon approaching one of the critical zones. So I think the big five earnings will have an impact on Nvidia as well. And then what else is left? So Qs are covered. Tesla we covered. Tesla I will just quickly cover. So in case of Tesla, okay. So Tesla, I told all my friends. I think the key support level for Tesla is going to be this 145. I think this 145 is the major crucial zone for Tesla. If this 145, which was the one of the previous swing lows here, if this is not sustained, then I think the last bastion of the support for Tesla is around 100. So a lot of good news has to happen. On the top of that, Elon Musk tried to cancel Tesla Model 2, and then he's saying he will bring robot taxis. Some people are saying that robot taxis valuation should be taken into consideration in 2025. So not sure. People are unable to price in Tesla. And then same thing happened with finance, a kind of a steep one-way decline, without any correction, meaning in decline the correction is on upside. So you can see it as a historical high level. Again, waiting and watch until there is some big macroeconomic news like around recession or rate cut, I think the this ETF also will have to consolidate here. So you need to understand that whatever market is there and money is there in the money market funds, that money is now trying to come into picture here. So that's the reason market stocks did try to catch up to the old historical 52 weeks high, but then sustaining that will require a assessment of a valuation. So let's see what happens there. Another thing that I usually track here is, um, give me a moment. Okay. So the another thing that I'm going to teach on my channel here is that this unusual options activity. Now, I want to confirm you here that I do not promote this website or any of those website. I use their free version. Neither they have sponsored me or I have any affiliate relationship with them. So you can see, right, what is really happening with this is that website I usually try to look to understand, like if people are taking some kind of an extreme bets in the market. uh so that's where we need to spot, right, whether we are talking about any one way directional move in the market. So let's see, right, if we find something suspicious, and I'm not looking for those 0 day options or short term options. I see any long term move, and then I try to gauge whether that is a hedging or basically it is a fresh buy. So I will kind of ignore that right now. I don't see anyone making a big outside bet. So you can see Nvidia here. Someone is buying 700 Nvidia put here for the price of $1. I don't know what they are expecting here, but I think this is like a fresh move here. Um, let's see what happens. Give me a moment. Okay, so I will certainly not look into that trade at all on the Nvidia because it looks like it doesn't look like to be hedging. Maybe someone is doing speculative trade here. So a lot of Nvidia here and its earnings also not even approaching. But maybe clearly someone is playing into Nvidia. Maybe in this big tech earnings week, people are trying to understand if they can make some quick money. A lot of 26th April weekly expiry uh, puts or calls being brought here. So let me see, right? I don't see anything big or unusual here. So let's then go to ETFs. Let's see if someone is trying to do something on the ETF side. So silver. Now this looks to be some kind of a genuine trade. Someone is buying a $23 put on silver. Cost just 15 cents, but then can make a good money if it falls from here. So SLV is an interesting chart here. Let me see if I can find an SLV chart here. Okay, SLV, SLV. Okay, so you see here, silver kind of went one way. So someone is trying to take a trade on the put, considering that the metal will cool down now that war news has gone. So it looks to be an interesting trade to make a note if something can be done there. So this is certainly an unusual trade. Someone is trying to take a bet there. And apart from that, a small cap, someone is making a call, bold move here, but I don't know. There can be a hedging. So often when there is an hedging, you will see both call and put being bought on the same date and the same strike. So I don't see a July here. I don't know what they are doing with that IWM index. So someone is trying to bet that the IWM will again go back to its recent high. which can be possible if the big tech earnings are in order. But I think silver looks to be like the trade idea. You can try it on the paper. Don't trade any of my alerts. Always make sure that you try everything on the paper here. Okay. Uh, so that's it. Is on the today's market impact of war on the market, and see you in the next video. Hello friends. तो चलिए डिस्क्लेमर पढ़ लेते हैं. If you want to take an image of this disclaimer, please take a screenshot or image of this. अगर आपको ये इमेज का स्क्रीनशॉट लेना है, डाउनलोड करना है तो ले लीजिए. मैं पढ़ के बताता हूँ. क्लियरली सुनिए. This video is not personalized advice for you. It is not tax, legal, or otherwise personalized advice tailored to you. This video provides generalized perspective, information, and commentary. Any third party content I show shall not be deemed endorsed by me. This video is not and shall never be deemed a reasonable sufficient information for the purpose of evaluating a security or investment decision. Any links or promoted products are either paid affiliations or products or services we may benefit from. ओके. और ये दूसरा डिस्क्लेमर भी इम्पोर्टेंट है. द सेकंड डिस्क्लेमर इज आल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट. आई एम नॉट registered as an investment advisor in United States. We rely upon the publisher exclusion from the definition of investment advisor under the section 202A11 of the Investment Advisor Act of 1940 and corresponding state security laws. As such, we do not offer or provide for personalized advice. We publish information about companies in which we believe our readers may be interested, and information reflect our sincere opinion. The information we provide or that is derived from this channel is not intended to be and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as a personalized advice. My channel and the information provided by us should not be construed by any viewer or prospective viewer as a solicitation by us to affect or attempt to affect any transaction in security. Investment in security as market and especially in the options and future are speculative and involve substantial risk. The information that we provide or channel or that is derived from this channel should not be a substitute for an advice from an investment professional. We encourage you to obtain personal advice from your professional and investment advisor to make independent investigations before acting on the information that you obtain from us. This channel is purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you like, you can hit subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.